So good afternoon. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to go ahead and get started in child's pose. My name is Hillary. If this is your first time joining us for virtual yoga, just make sure that you listen to your body. Take any modifications that you need to. Do what feels right for you. If you feel like sitting in Shavasana or another resting pose of your choice, you're welcome to do that. But otherwise, we'll move into child's pose or puppy pose to start today. So as you come down to the mat, you can bring your big toes together, send the knees out wide and kind of drop the sit bones back towards the heels. If you have a block handy, you can place that underneath your forehead. Otherwise, you can also just stack your hands. If you like to lengthen out through the side bodies, you can reach both your arms up towards the top edge of your mat. And if for whatever reason it's not available to you to sit so far back, you can just keep your pelvis lifted and come to puppy pose. So taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, allowing your lungs to fully expand, and then on an exhale, let all the breath out. Big heavy sigh. Go do that one more time. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth, nice and long. And then just begin to deepen your breath, inhaling and exhaling at a rate that feels comfortable to you. And just start to pay attention to how you feel as you come to your mat this afternoon. Noticing any tension or discomfort throughout the body. So part of our yoga practice is paying attention in the moment, that concept of mindfulness. So I invite you to let yourself be on your mat today. So for the next 40 minutes or so, your focus is going to be on yourself. It's going to be on your body and how you're able to move in and out of different positions. It's going to be on paying attention to your breathing, kind of noticing what comes up for you, acknowledging those things, and then letting them go. So whatever it is that's going on in your life right now, maybe it's things are going okay, you're feeling good about things, maybe you're struggling through different things at work or at home. So taking a little bit of time today just to nourish your body, to clear your mind, to pay attention to your breath. And I invite you to acknowledge what you're in control in during your yoga practice today. And see if you can pay attention to those things and bring them off of your mat as well into the rest of your life. If you haven't already, shift the breath low into the belly. Feel the belly expand towards the mat with each inhale. And gently draw the navel into the spine with each exhale. Paying attention to the sensations that you feel as you breathe deeper. Letting go of any tension in the face or the jaw and elsewhere in the body. And then sending the breath to those areas where you might need a little bit of extra attention today. And as you continue to breathe deeply, set an intention or a dedication for your practice today. We'll take another cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose. Big heavy sigh, let it out. And then start to make your way into tabletop when you're ready. So you'll bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees under your hips. And then go ahead and walk your hands just a little bit closer to your knees. Take the tops of the feet flat if they're not already there. And on an exhale, I want you to cat shape your back, press into your hands, and hover your knees. So you're really rounding out the back, creating that nice C shape in your spine. Good. As you inhale, release the knees down. Walk the hands forward. Release your forearms to the mat and come into Sphinx pose. A nice passive back bend here, lifting your heart up, lengthening through the abdominal muscles. On an exhale, let your hands come down. Walk back to tabletop. Breathe in, and then exhale, press into the hands, hover the knees again. C-shape the spine. So just starting to warm up the trunk a little bit here. Good. Release the knees down. Walk the hands forward. Release all the way to your forearms. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Lift your heart. Press gently into the forearms. Good. As you exhale, start to walk back. Tabletop. Breathing in, and then your next exhale, one more time, C-shape your spine, hover the knees, super cat. Chin to the chest and breathe. Good, this time release your knees, inhale to cow pose. Heart forward, exhale, tuck and round to cat. If you'd like, hover the knees, super cat. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward, cow. Exhale, tuck and round, cat. Maybe you hover the knees if that works for you. Good, 2 more cycles. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward, cow. Exhale, tuck and round, press away. Continue tucking, hover the knees. Draw the belly into the spine. Keeping the face relaxed. Inhale, cow, look forward. Exhale, press into cat, tuck and lift, super cat. C-shape that spine, pressing away as much as you can. Good, release the knees, walk forward, let the forearms come down. One more time, Sphinx pose, lift the heart. Lengthening the abdominal muscles, releasing the low back, tops of the feet are flat, heart is lifted. Relax through the face. Good, as you exhale, bring the hands underneath the shoulders and press back to tabletop. This time coming hands and knees. We're gonna walk your hands over to the left side of your mat so they're off the mat. So you're gonna just continue walking your hands over, finding that nice C shape with your spine. On an exhale, I want you to drop your hips away from your hands. So you're lengthening the whole right side body. Relax your head and neck. Continuing to breathe. Good, as you exhale, come out of it. Walk back onto your mat and then explore the second side. So this time your hands will come off the mat to the right. Breathe in as you exhale, drop the hips away. Relax your head and neck. This time breathing into the left side of your trunk. Good, inhale, come out of it. Walk your hands back onto the mat. Return to tabletop. Settle the shoulders down away from the ears. Top of the head is forward. Inhale, left leg extends, right palm floats. Cross body balance modification here. Option to float your back heel. As long as you're not dumping into your low back, you're keeping your trunk parallel to the mat. On an exhale, round everything. Curl to center. Inhale, extend, lengthen, but keep that back foot flexed. Exhale together and round the spine. Inhale, find length. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, lengthen. Keep that left leg lifted. Set the right hand down on the mat. Come over to half moon. So you'll rotate to your right knee and hand. Float your left arm up. If it's available to you, try to keep that left leg lifted. Optional hip opener here. Left hand reaches back for the top of the left foot. Foot presses into the hand. Open the chest. So you're feeling some length into that left hip flexor. If you chose to grab the foot, release it, float everything up. Think about your alignment here. Left hand is reaching up to the ceiling. You're light on the bottom hand. As you exhale, release back to tabletop. Find that neutral spine alignment again. Relax the tops of the shoulders, draw the belly in. Inhale, right leg extends. Left palm floats. You might stay here, or you might float your back leg. Still drawing the navel to the spine. Exhale, curl everything into center. Inhale, extend, keep that right foot flexed. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lengthen. Keep that right leg lifting. Set the left hand down and come over to your left knee and hand. So notice you want your left shoulder over your left hand, or that left hand might even be slightly more forward. Reach the right fingertips up to the ceiling. Optional hip opener. Press the hip into the hand, so it's more of a back bend. If you want to feel more of a quad stretch, you're going to pull your heel towards your butt. For a little bit more hip and heart opening, you're pressing your foot into your hand. Good. Release that top leg, lift everything, breathe. Foot is still flexed on the right leg. And then slowly release back to tabletop. Go ahead and walk your hands forward towards the top edge of the mat. Find downward facing dog. Tucking the toes under, sending the sit bones up and back. Add some movement into your down dog here. So pedaling the feet, walking them out. And start to explore some length into the spine and the back of the legs here. Do your best to keep the head and neck in line with your spine. And as you ground down through your hands and feet, really spread your fingers nice and wide so you have a good stable base through your hands and feet. Continuing to breathe here. Good. On an inhale, float your right leg high, three-legged dog. Let's keep the foot flexed today on that right leg. So your foot is flexed. As you exhale, step it between the hands, come to runner's lunge. So on runner's lunge, your back knee is lifted. You have hand framing either side of that front foot. Belly is in. Plant your left hand, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Nice, easy twist. So right hand is lifted. Left palm is down on that instep. Back knee stays straight. You're going to use this top arm. Bring your trunk up, but keep your twist. So you're going to come all the way up. Stay to that same side as you twist now up in high lunge. Beautiful. Back knee is straight. Good. Inhale, come to center. So hips square to the front now. Back knee is still straight. Your heel is lifted off the mat. If that, for whatever reason, is not available to you, you can set that back heel down. Otherwise, up on the ball of the foot, let's look up towards the ceiling. Lift the gaze, soften the shoulders down. Good. As you exhale, start to hinge forward. Keep your arms next to your ears, though. So this is going to be a little bit more work for your midsection. Pulling the belly in, just hinging forward over that front leg. Chest lifts. Maybe coming slightly more forward over that front thigh. Good. Inhale, warrior one. So set that back heel down, sweep the arms up. Hips are still square to the front here. And then as you exhale, step the back foot up, chair pose, top of your mat, sink low. Belly is in. Tailbone tucks under. If your arms are not comfortable floated up, you can bring them to heart center or shoulder height. Good. As you exhale, step that left foot back again. Wide arm twist to the right. Breathe. And then as you exhale, take your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Take a pause in plank. Press into that middle part of your back. So we've talked about that before. So you're pressing into that mid-back, pulling your belly in. Exhale, down dog. Pedal out those feet a little bit. Notice how you're feeling. Grounding down through the hands and feet. On an inhale, float your left leg high. Keep that foot flexed today. So toes are pulling towards you. Think about reaching through the heel. As you exhale, step in between the hands, runner's lunge. Framing that front foot, back knee is straight. Look forward, feeling that length through the right hip flexor. Plant the right hand, inhale your left arm up to twist. So a common thing that we like to do is we like to let that back knee bend. So I want you to keep your back leg active, knee crease to the ceiling. As you're twisting here, breathing, opening your heart to the sidewall. Big sweep with that left arm. Come up to high lunge, but keep the twist. So still twisting to the left. Beautiful. Shoulders are over your pelvis here. Breathe. Spreading those fingers nice and wide. Good. Inhale to high lunge. Bring the trunk back to the center. Soften the shoulders down. As you exhale, start to hinge forward over that front thigh. So belly is in, back knee is straight. Feeling some activation in the legs as well as the trunk. Hinge slightly more forward over that front thigh if it's available to you. Continuing to breathe here. Good. Inhale, come back to high lunge. Exhale, step that back foot up to the front, chair pose, Utkatasana. Tailbone tucks under. You're sinking through those hip creases, sinking back towards your sit bones back. Continuing to breathe, heart lifts. Good. As you exhale, step that right leg back, twisting to the left, wide arms. Good. Inhale, warrior one, dropping that back heel down, lifting your gaze. And exhale, take your hands down to the mat, step it back to plank pose. Good, let's let our knees drop to the mat. So I still want you to find that good activation around the shoulder girdles, pressing into the middle part of your back. We're gonna do a couple chaturanga push-ups from your knees. So you're gonna lower halfway, hug those elbows in, press back up to a straight arm. And do that one more time. Lower halfway, hugging your elbows in, low push-up, chaturanga. Press back up. This time, lower halfway, release all the way to your tummy. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift your heart up. Let your arms release, interlace them on top of your sacrum. Open your chest, lift your heart, look forward. So this is really an active back bend. You're reaching your hands down towards your feet, lifting your heart up, squeezing the shoulder blades in and down. Good. Release the hands, place your hands under the shoulders, downward facing dog. Hips high. Good. Connect with your breath here. Just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. Good. Look forward towards your hands. Walk your feet all the way up. Find forward fold, Uttanasana, at the top of your mat. So allow your knees to bend here. Swaying the upper body gently from side to side. Feeling some length through the back of the thighs. Just let the upper body hang. Plant your hands or take their fingertips down to the mat. Toe heel your feet out towards the long edges of the mat, but turn the toes just slightly inward. So your heels are going to be further out towards those long edges. The toes are slightly in. Walk your hands out. Either use your block or just plant your hands. Come to monkey pose. So this is your half lift position here. Tail reaches back, top of the head is forward. As you exhale, continuing to breathe as you pull the belly in. As you inhale, reach your right arm up to twist. And then maybe allow that left knee to bend a little bit more. Keep reaching that right hand towards the sky. Use your exhale to release back, folding. Micro bend in those knees. Inhale to that flat back position again. And then just settle the weight back towards your heels. Right hand plants this time. Inhale the left arm up to twist. Allow the right knee to bend as you twist a little bit further, looking towards that left hand as it reaches high. Good, one more breath in. As you exhale, fold. Come back to center. This time I want you to turn your toes out so they're going to be slightly off your mat. Walk your hands up to your thighs and come to a modification of goddess pose. So chest is lifted, you're in a low squat position here. As you inhale, straighten the knees, reach the arms all the way up, look up. As you exhale, open the chest, squat it down, pull the shoulder blades together. Inhale, extend up towards the sky. Exhale, lower, open the chest, squat down, belly in. Good, inhale, reach the arms up. This time I want you to exhale, let your right arm come down, reach your left arm up and over, big side stretch. Inhale, both arms up to center. Exhale, side stretch, second side. Breathing into the right side of the trunk. Good, inhale, both arms back to center. Exhale, open the chest, squat it down, belly in. Set your hands on top of your thighs here. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, let your left shoulder dip in. Press your left knee out. Turn and look back to the right. Good, come back to center, breathe in. Exhale, twist to the left. Pressing that right knee out to the side. Good, inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, release everything down. Toe heel your feet back in so they're about hips distance apart. Place your hands just above your knees and let's round all the way up to stand. So taking your time, drawing the belly in. Maybe pedaling out the feet or rolling the shoulders back as you come to the top of your mat. Experiencing that standing pose for the first time today. We're going to bring our feet so they're about a fist distance apart. And then maybe blinking your eyes closed here for a few breaths. Just connecting with the ground beneath your feet. Notice how you feel as you come to standing. Notice your posture in standing. So we talk a lot about our spine alignment in yoga. So I want you to really think about how everything is connected. From the top of your head all the way down to your roots, your feet, connecting to the ground. If it's available to you with your eyes closed, we're going to move through a half sun salutation. So if you'd like to open your eyes, you're perfectly welcome to. So whatever works out for you. As you inhale, you're going to sweep your arms up, lift your chin. As you exhale, forward fold, lead with your heart. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. If the eyes closed doesn't work for you, perfectly fine to open your eyes. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Open the eyes if you'd like. Inhale, reach up, little back bend. Firm the glutes. Exhale, hinge forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left and then your right leg back to plank pose. We'll pause here in plank. Decide if you'd like to take your first vinyasa from the toes or the knees. So you're going to lower halfway to that low push-up, Release to your tummy. Inhale, baby cobra. Look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Good, look forward, step left, then right. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, sweep up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. This is sun salutation A. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, right then left, step back to plank. Vinyasa from your toes or your knees, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog, 2 breaths. So the other option, if you want to make it a little bit more challenging for your practices, you can always hop up or back. So hopping up to your hands or hopping back from that fold position to plank. So I'll leave that up to you. Otherwise, try to be mindful of noticing which leg you're stepping forward and back with. So looking forward, we'll step right then left, half lift, top of your mat. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, sweep up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Vinyasa, lower halfway chaturanga. Take a couple chaturanga push-ups if you'd like, so pressing back to plank. And then your vinyasa, back bend of your choice. Downward facing dog, 2 breaths. Grounding down through the hands and feet, looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Breathe into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank and pause. Good, take at least 1 chaturanga push-up, lower halfway. Press back to plank. Your vinyasa, back bend of your choice. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Good, connecting with your breath, looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Breathe into a flat back. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. 1 chaturanga push-up. And your vinyasa. If you're getting tired, you can always skip that vinyasa series and press back to downward facing dog. We'll inhale the right leg high, keep the foot flexed today, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward, warrior 2, pivot the back heel down. Gaze is over that right hand. As you exhale, extended side angle. So that right arm is going to turn the palm up. Set it gently on that front thigh. Big side stretch from left fingertips all the way down to that outer edge of the left foot. You're not collapsing onto your front thigh. For an additional challenge, you're holding a big ball up over your ears here, palm to palm. Breathing. Good, inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, turn the right palm up, reverse warrior. Front knee stays straight. Good, inhale, high lunge. Hips are square to the front, up on the ball of that back foot. Exhale, hinge it forward over your front thigh. Keep the arms swept up over and next to your ears. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, take the hands down to the mat, step back to plank. Chaturanga push-up, lower halfway, press back to plank. Vinyasa, back bend of your choice. Exhale, down dog. Take a breather at any point, yogis. Connect with your breath here. Notice how you're feeling. Let's take a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Inhale, left leg high. Foot is flexed. Three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward. Big sweep. Warrior two. Pivot that back heel down. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Reach through the fingertips. Exhale, extended side angle. Reaching that right arm up and over. Option to reach both arms up and over, palm to palm. Let your legs and your core do some work here. Breathe. Nice isometric hold. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, left palm up, reverse warrior. Nice and light on your back fingertips. Settle into that front knee. Inhale, high lunge. Hips are square to the front. Exhale, hinge it forward over the front thigh. Pull your belly in, keep your chest lifted. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, take your hands down to the mat, step it back to plank pose. Chaturanga push-up, lower halfway. Press back to plank, Vinyasa. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, release to child's pose. Connect with your breath for just a few moments here. Take time to notice how you're feeling. For our inversion today, we're going to take an arm balance. So we're going to try crow pose. So you can just start to connect with yourself about that. So there's a couple of things about crow, and you can just listen as you're in child's pose. A couple of things that are really helpful are creating that nice cat back, and we've practiced that several times today, so I think we're feeling prepared. We've also warmed up the shoulders quite a bit. We practice our hand positions nice and wide for a stable base. So when you're ready, you can start to slowly come out of child's pose and just kind of sit back on your heels if that's available to you towards the back edge of your mat. Otherwise, you can just crouch at the back of your mat as well. You want to be towards the back edge of your mat so you have some space. And if you do lose your balance and fall out of crow, I want you to tuck and roll if that's available to you so we're not going to hurt the neck. So you're going to place your hands nice and wide in front of you, and you're going to start to come up to the balls of your feet. So before you even try doing anything, another key thing to think about for these arm balances is that you really want your gaze to be ahead of your hands. So you're going to look forward towards the top edge of your mat. You're going to create that shelf with your arms. So you're making those chaturanga arms, and that's where you're going to set your knees. And then with your fingers spread nice and wide and that cat back, I want you to just start to play with shifting your weight towards your fingertips, looking towards the top edge of your mat. And try not to muscle up your feet. You're just finding that sweet spot where it feels like you can start to float those toes up. So gaze is still ahead. Play with it a little bit. Don't worry if you don't get it. And then release is going to be back into child's pose. So maybe try it one more time. If you have other variations of crow that are in your practice, like side crow, you certainly can practice those as well. Still pulling your belly in, looking forward. And then when you're ready, let's release to hare pose. So curling yourself into a nice tight ball, stacking the hands or the forearms just in front of the knees, and letting your forehead relax onto it. Let's take a cleansing breath here, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. One more time, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And when you feel ready, I want you to make your way to a comfortable seated position in the middle part of your mat. And we're gonna take, let's take the soles of the feet together for seated bound angle pose first. So you can either let your feet slide out a little bit or you can bring them back in. Take a nice deep breath and lift your chest, lengthen. As you exhale, if you'd like, forward fold over your feet. You can walk forward or grab onto your feet, whatever feels good for you. And then inhale, come back to center. Come out to a wide leg straddle. So you're gonna send both your legs out wide. We're gonna face the right foot. So I want you to take your shoulders, square it with your right foot. Take a breath in and sit tall. And as you exhale, you're gonna start to hinge over that leg. So this nice and easy hamstring stretch here. You can rotate that leg or point and flex the foot, whatever feels good for you. We'll drop the right arm into the center and reach the left arm up and over, side stretch. So you're reaching towards those right toes. Good, big inhale, come back to center. Go ahead and switch sides with the reach. So taking your right arm, reaching it up and over towards the left toes this time. Keeping your heart forward. Big inhale, sweep that right arm up. Exhale, lower it down. This time, square your shoulders to face that left foot. And then as you exhale, hinge at your hip crease, folding over that second side. And then inhale, coming back to center. As you exhale, go ahead and assist your knees back up. Place the soles of your feet on the mat. And then we'll float the palms up and just take our time to come all the way down to our backs. Once we're on the back, go ahead and extend your arms up over your head. Reach your legs all the way out. Take a full body stretch. Getting as long as you can on your mat. On an exhale, pull the knees into your chest. Massage out that low back. Go ahead and let your legs fall to the left side. You can either keep your knees bent or you can pike your legs. Extend your right arm out and look over that right hand. Shoulder blades connect to the mat. Allow your eyes to close here and just kind of do what feels good for you. These last few poses, any modifications that your body needs, just listen to your body here. Reconnecting with your breathing. Slowing down the breath. And slowly coming out of it, pull the knees back into center. Reach down for the instep or the outer part of your feet. Find happy baby pose. Pressing the feet into the hands. Maybe rocking gently or alternating, straightening one knee at a time if that feels good. Letting that low back release. And draw the knees back into the center. This time, release them to the second side. Straight or bent knees. Extend that left arm all the way out. Gaze over the left hand. A couple deep breaths here into that left side body. Feeling your rib cage expand as you inhale. Good. Coming back to the center one more time. Knees draw in. And then as you exhale, releasing to your final Shavasana. Lifting your heart up, walking the shoulder blades underneath you. Letting your feet and ankles relax and fall comfortably out to the long edges of the mat. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Big exhale, heavy sigh, let it all go. This is your time to surrender to the mat. Just allowing your breath to be gentle and light, but let your body be heavy and supported by the ground beneath you. Notice any remaining tension from the top of the head all the way down to your feet. See if you can let go of those places where you're still holding on. Enjoying just a few minutes of peace and stillness before you move about the rest of your day.